Get that in, sir. We are at the Fast Strip, people. We have another local hot facts with Robert Reese. What makes you stop here at the Fast Strip?
Cheap gas.
Now, is this the cheapest gas around?
Yes, it is. I checked the gas buddy. This is the place that you go if you want your cheap gas.
Now, check this out. You said gas buddy. Please explain that. I know what it is. For people that don't know, let them know what gas buddy is.
It's a website where you go on and check the prices for the gasoline and lowest in your area.
Yes, sir. Now, all you got to say is this. You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese, people. Got a pretty good one for you guys right now. So this morning, my wife and I, we stopped at Kohl's, and then we stopped at Target. Now, DoorDash, UberEats, Grubhub, all the other apps, they market, right? Advertising. That's what they do, right? Check this out. So she goes in her bag at Kohl's and she pulls out this. Okay? This is a DoorDash. Your first time you use the app, 50% off, $0 on delivery fee on your first order. It's here. Okay? Now on the back of this thing, right here on the back of it, it says, get all of America's flavors delivered, okay? It says, proud to partner with local and national favorites, including, and it gives the restaurants that they are partnered up with. The importance of the word partner is the merchants are partners. They don't work for DoorDash, just like us. We are partners with DoorDash and these other apps, okay? Partners. Meaning that we all are paying the app because we are partnering up with them, right? Okay. Keep watching this. Now, they get the 0 fee and 50% off, right? When they see how cheap it is, and then they do the advertising with them and tell them to get the Uber One, they tell them to get the Dash Pass. They tell them to do all that stuff, right? They tell them how cheap it's gonna be for them, right? So they don't have to pay that delivery fee. Here's what's gonna happen: if they don't get the Dash Pass or the Uber One or whatever else it is, they're gonna see how much they're gonna pay in delivery fees. All right? Then more than likely, the customer is gonna download one of those. 0 fee means they're paying cheaper. Now this thing says 50% off your order. Their order is going to be dirt cheap. Now, what driver is going to drop that off? Does a driver know that they're dropping off something that is 50% off of something that they know they're only going to spend a total of $12 on because they've done it before? They spent $12. They're going to get half of that off and pay no service fees. So they're going to be winning. Here's the thing about that. Sometimes people will see that and say, man, I got hooked up. I don't want to put in no extra tip. I'm not doing that. Some people will say, hey, I got this for this price. I'm going to go ahead and throw in an extra tip. That happens. But here's what you got to realize, people. I'm taking this Starbucks order. I'm almost there. Here's what you got to realize, people. Every app, they advertise and they do things like this. DoorDash does it the most. This was inside a Kohl's bag. They gave it to us while shopping at Kohl's. Kohl's is a little store where they have, you go in there and get, it's like a smaller Target or whatever else it is, just not all the grocery stuff, but everything else. They gave this to us in Kohl's. I go into a lot of merchants that do other than food, and they have these things from DoorDash up in there. People get mad at DoorDash saying, man, they ain't paying us right, they ain't doing this and that. You got to think about the advertisements and advertising that they are putting out, okay? You got to think about that. A lot of these things is gonna equate to you getting paid less money on your orders. Now, when this happens, and let's say there's enough people using these things, if there's not a lot of drivers around and they want drivers to still get paid for what drivers say what we are worth, they'll start throwing in those peak pays and all that other stuff. They will go ahead and do all that. But at the same time, you got to realize that there's a lot of this stuff going on here. There's a lot of food banks and things that you pick up from, and you're not going to get paid the same for those. But when it comes to us being an independent business, this is when you got to do what you got to do. Okay? You got to sew up your business and make sure it's right. Even though every order is not going to be one of the higher paying orders. Now, this may be one of those deliveries that I talk about. When they give you a small order to take you to another order that you're going to make more money on. They do a lot of those orders that people say we're not taking those orders. It's a lot of orders like this that people are using coupons and doing things like this. Some people even have separate email addresses and separate phones, and they are able to do these things multiple times. You got to think about that. Whenever you get orders like these are going to be the orders that are going to be what people say are the trash ones. The $3.50, the $4 orders, the ones going like right around the corner. Like, people don't want to take those. But some of those are promising, okay? You don't know which ones they are, but a lot of them, they're like that because they're attached to things like this. And every single app does this. DoorDash just does it the most. UberEats is known in my whole area for things like that. And when I used to go and do my deliveries, I would leave the UberEats thing on the doorstep of the neighbors' houses when I would go, because I drive mostly on UberEats. So I was like getting those in so I can get more orders in that way. And I would throw like a couple more in the bag and things like that. When you go to a Chinese food spot, they have the card stations. They'll have like 100 of them. I just grab those and use those. Okay? I use those to get more people to order. But when they order, it's going to be normally the small orders unless they're ordering a large order. Then it's going to be really worth it. Okay? But take a look at this and pay attention to the things that are going on out there when people are making deliveries. Some people don't speak about these things because they just don't know. But once you figure out what's going on, you'll figure out what's going on and you'll get it. Okay? It's that easy. I gotta add one more thing. Us as drivers, we don't control anything at all. We can't control the orders coming in. We can't control any of that. The only thing you do have control of, your ratings, your business, okay? And that's pretty much it. Your business ethics, your ratings, they allow you to get more on these apps. And that's just plain and simple. You don't control anything out there. Remember, they send us the contracts. We have to accept them. If you don't want to accept them, do not accept them. And in the words of some other people, I know UDM has said it, Torp has said it, Revolution has. You know, I've said it before, TFT. There's a lot of people that have said this. If you're going to be upset and complain and pout, then stay out. Don't turn it on and don't hop in. If you're trying to win, you go win. If not, why you here?
With Robert Reese.